Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we are at the garden plot and I wasn't kissed by frost the other night, so things are looking okay, thank goodness. I hate the risk of frost. After you've planted everything, it can always be a hassle. So anyway, so far nothing lost and still doing okay. I just wanted to show you what's going on. I'm finally planting the tropicals outside because it looks like the nighttime temperatures are going to stay above 10 degrees Celsius. So that is the sweet spot. Anything lower than that and you can really do some harm to some tropicals. So some will tolerate it, but many will start to get ill effects from the temperatures. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you how the garden is growing. We'll look at the pumpkins, we'll look at the tropical bed that we're working on right now, and yeah, just what's growing. Hope you enjoy. So here's the first plot. This is where the carrots, beets, onions, and garlic are growing. And as you can see, the garlic is doing nice right here. Some of it's doing better than others. I think we had beautiful temperatures and everything started to grow, and then we got a really cold snap. So I think some things might not have done well with that, but things are starting to grow now that it's warmed up. The onions are doing amazing, which is kind of sad because I don't like onions. But I'm doing it for companion planting and hopefully warding off some pests. I've got some beets going on here. These are early wonder beets. Notice the beautiful red stems. And these ones are, I don't even know. These are the ones that have the white stripes inside. They look like kind of like a bullseye. And we've got all kinds of carrots growing. Can you see the carrots? There's a lot of weeds in here too, which I need to come through and get rid of. I've got, these ones are the purple haze carrots along here. And then I've got globe carrots along this line here. And I have rainbow carrots. Where are those? Down this line right here. So hopefully they do well. I did notice that when I first planted the seeds it was very dry and we didn't have a hose, and then when I eventually did water, the water ran down the side here, and as you can probably see there's all kinds of carrots growing along the drip line, and they go all the way down the bed. So I'm gonna have lots of carrots where I didn't plant carrots. But that's alright, I like carrots. So let's go to the next bed. So this is a fun bed. This is the one where I'm growing, oh sorry, on the other bed as well I've got peas growing. As you can see there's peas growing and they're going to grow up the trellis here that we've made. I've got some nasturtiums here as more of a companion plant. I've got a raspberry poking up there, but I'll pull it out. Raspberries can be quite invasive. So you just tear them out where you don't want them and let them grow where you do. And so I've got Royal Burgundy bush bean here. I can't wait to see the purple beans. Supposedly when you cook them they turn green, which is kind of cool, but I kind of wish that they stayed a little bit more purple. I've got green beans and yellow wax beans. And I've also planted all kinds of marigolds in the garden just to ward off any pests. Marigolds are very, very good at warding off any creatures. I planted some rapini over here, but I've got what is it called? The lice, the little beetles that like to eat the new growth, and they're really doing a number on it. I've been spraying it with alcohol, soapy water, and rubbing alcohol, soapy water, and yeah, alcohol and soapy water. I was going to say soap and water, but soapy water works. And it doesn't seem to be doing the job, but I'll have to probably go back to the drawing board. But this is rapini. I've got some growing right here, as you can probably see. And again, more nasturtiums. And then over here, this is the perennial garden, or what will be the perennial garden. This is the rhubarb, and we've got the asparagus. And I've got some cosmos growing in here. They're not a perennial, but they're going to self-seed and keep coming back. These are to bring in some of the beneficial insects that will help pollinate and do nice things to my plants. And then I've also got some dahlias. Not really a perennial, but right here and right here. These are beautiful orange dahlias. with white tips, a dinner plate dahlia. So they're going to get a good size. I have some growing at the house, but I had 3 bulbs, or 3 tubers, and I didn't want to plant them all at home because there's not really the space, so I opted to plant some here, and I'll use them as a cut flower garden. So that would be quite nice. And I also planted some mint. It's really not recommended to plant mint in the ground because it runs so quickly and it's hard to maintain, but I've got peppermint, sorry, this is spearmint, and I love spearmint, and since it's growing in a raised bed, it'll be easier to control. So either I would grow these in a larger pot, or I would grow them in a raised bed, but definitely not in the ground. They can really get away from you very quickly. I've got a lavender there. I don't know if this variety is a perennial. It's a jagged lavender, but it has a beautiful flower here. But I like the leaves, so we'll see how it goes. And then I've got a lemon verbena. Not sure if that's a perennial, but I'm going to plant it in here. It smells beautiful, so I like to have some nice smells in the garden. Then over here we've got the tropical garden is coming along. I brought all my amaryllis. I thought that I would have enough space in this 4x3 garden, but I obviously don't. I planted all the plumeria seedlings. As you can see, they're doing really, really well. I thought that more of them wouldn't survive because they got really dry, but they're doing really well. Look at the size of this leaf. I'm going to get a little bit of burn because these have been inside. They haven't been adjusted to the new sunlight conditions. So I know that there's going to be some bleaching and they won't look so great, but they'll come through it and they'll put new growth on. But just be aware that they might look not so nice in about a week. And then I brought out one of the baby Tideland giants. It's right in the middle of the bed. I don't know, it's gonna get monstrous. It'll probably shade everything out, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. And then we got, like I said, the amaryllis and my shadow. Let me move. There we go. I'm not going to be able to fit all the amaryllis in here, but I'm packing them in wherever I can, and I'm using some ties to mark where the different varieties start and stop, so I can be able to dig them up and know exactly what varieties are which. I've got them all tagged. This is Striped Garden. This one over here is Barbados, and so on. So I wanted to try to size up the bulbs by planting them directly in the ground, and hopefully that will help me get more blooms next year. And the next garden, this is the pumpkins that we planted. They're doing really, really well. I'm so happy that we didn't get a frost because I didn't want to have to replant these guys. So I don't know which varieties are which. Maybe I only have one variety popping up just yet, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants so far. 5 plants. This looks like it might be a pumpkin. But so far so good. I'll keep you updated on those. Hopefully we can keep those manageable. And we've got some kale and some onions back at the back. And we've got more amaryllis to plant. Oh goodness. This is the raspberries. And here we go is the tomato garden. With the watering and stuff, they've slowly backfilled themselves on their own, but they're really looking nice. We've got flowers. These already had flowers on them, but they're really looking good. So hopefully with the heat that's on its way, they will start growing fabulous. And I've got watermelon. Here's my shadow in the way again. Here's some watermelon radishes. Those are really cool. I can't wait to show you what they look like, but we're getting that lice stuff eating the leaves on this as well. So hopefully it grows out of that. But stay tuned for more updates. There will be more. Or it will die. That's really funny to me. Most people will grow them just hanging, and the roots will be draping down, and they'll be a few feet long, and they're just a crazy mass of roots. It's kind of the draw to the